For those dealing with persistent dandruff, the frustration is constant. It starts as a relentless itch and ends with white, jagged skin cells prematurely detaching from the hair follicle and falling onto your clothes. The standard response is to attack the scalp with synthetic shampoos. We use harsh chemicals to sterilize the surface, trying to scrub the problem out of existence. But this creates a negative feedback loop. When the skin is stripped of its natural protection, it overproduces oil to compensate. This excess sebum clogs the follicles and leads to even more flaking just a few days later. To fix this, we have to view the scalp as a delicate, living ecosystem. This cross-section shows the necessary interplay between your hair roots, natural oil production, and a stable microscopic protective layer. Within this layer lives a fungus called Malassezia. When it consumes excess sebum and multiplies rapidly, it causes the top layer of skin to fracture. Addressing dandruff at the source requires a gardener's approach, systematically weeding, tilling, and fertilizing the scalp to return it to its natural equilibrium. The first phase of restoration is weeding the garden. We need to clear the fungal overgrowth using botanical antimicrobials that respect the scalp's natural defenses. In traditional medicine, neem is often considered the premier botanical pharmacy. Its leaves contain a high concentration of bioactive compounds, specifically nimbin and azadirachtin. This ingredients table from a study on anti-dandruff formulations highlights neem and tulsi for their specific antimicrobial activity. Clinical evidence supports their use in inhibiting the fungi that cause scaling. A practical way to use this at home is boiling 20 to 30 fresh neem leaves in water. Once the water turns green and cools, it is used as a final rinse to deliver these compounds directly to the skin. For a more concentrated option, essential oils like tea tree and lemongrass offer powerful alternatives that halt the spread of the fungus. These oils contain molecules called terpenes. When applied to the scalp, these terpenes dissolve the outer wall of the fungal spores while leaving your healthy skin cells completely untouched. Clearing the overgrowth is a necessary first step, but to prevent the fungus from returning, we must change the physical environment of the scalp itself. This brings us to step 2, tilling the soil. We must remove dead buildup and return the scalp to a state that is inhospitable to future fungal blooms. Natural acidic exfoliants like apple cider vinegar and lemon juice can dissolve dead skin tissue. Unlike mechanical scrubs, these liquids break down the buildup gently without damaging the underlying skin. These acids serve a second purpose, correcting the scalp's pH. By shifting the environment from an alkaline zone back into a healthy, slightly acidic state, you make it much harder for Malassezia to survive. For those with excessively oily or greasy dandruff, a targeted intervention using Multani Mitti or Fuller's Earth is highly effective. As this natural clay dries, it physically draws out and traps excess sebum from the pores. This removes the oily buildup and starves the fungus of its primary food source. When you regulate the pH and control oil levels through these natural methods, the fungus can no longer dominate the ecosystem. The final phase of the protocol is repairing the physical skin barrier. This soothes inflammation and locks in the progress you've made. Pure aloe vera gel is the primary botanical tool for this repair. The dense gel inside its leaves provides deep hydration directly to irritated tissue. Aloe contains specific amino acids and bioactive compounds that reduce redness and neutralize the chemical triggers that cause you to itch. To ensure this moisture stays in the skin overnight, use traditional sealing oils like warm olive oil or coconut oil to create a protective layer. A repaired, hydrated skin barrier serves as a physical shield. It prevents the moisture loss and irritation that triggers chronic flaking. By following this botanical protocol, you can achieve a revitalized scalp ecosystem, one free of visible flakes and ready for vibrant hair growth. Because every scalp environment is unique, it's important to combine these botanical tools to build a routine that works for your specific symptoms. A custom routine might involve a pH reset using an apple cider vinegar rinse, followed by a cooling aloe and tea tree mask to soothe inflammation. Shifting the focus from symptomatic suppression to microbiome and barrier restoration makes it possible to maintain the long-term balance required for a clear, healthy scalp.